Hey guys, I know it's been a little while since I've done some bike stuff because I went racing, I built some garage stuff, and did a camera case. It's time to get back to bikes. And this time we're going to focus on the lovely KX65. This is going to be the bike that we ride in the 24-hour endurance race with M1GP, and it needs some love. It's been ridden hard and put away wet. So, while I've been doing all that other stuff, I got a whole bunch of parts in. You know, new fuel lines for the carburetor, a whole gasket kit because I want to check the top end, whole spec bolt, just, it's missing a whole bunch of bolts everywhere, just from body work. Just, I'm sure there's more missing, and I'm sure there's stuff that's been replaced with non-factory, spec bolts. So I got this just in case. I'm sure we'll probably end up using most of it. New air filter, because last time I checked it, the one that's in there is disgusting. Stuff like spark plug, carb rebuild kit, which I've had before, but I might use. So, for the 24-hour, this year we're raising money for Child's Play. We've done that in the last year, and the year before that we did it for Chalk Child's Hospital. Every team that's participating in the M1GP 24-hour has to raise at least $250 to enter. Most teams go well above and beyond that, and we're trying to at least double it. We've done so in the past, and I think we're actually going to surpass it. We're sitting at about $470 right now, and I'll leave a link down in the comments or description or whatever. The description. A link to the GoFundMe. Check it out. If you can contribute, that would be awesome. If not, even if you can just share it, that would help a ton too. We're really hoping to smash our goal and maybe hit like $750, even $1,000 would be really awesome. But you know what? It's all going to a great place and we're having fun with it. Alright, so back to this little beastie. So I bought this bike from somebody who was leaving the country and used to ride it at a whole bunch of kart tracks and seemed to get a fair amount of use out of it. It's pretty thrashed. There's a lot of well-loved parts on it. But the thing that's got me so concerned for the 24-hour is this hour meter right here. Focus. Focus. There we go. Which is at 63.9. And it's my understanding that you really want to go and do a top end on one of these every 20 hours at the most or so. So this is about 3 times the regular service interval. And this is also the bike we ran in the 8-hour. So we ran it for 8 straight hours. It's gonna have some wear. So I wanna check the piston, check the cylinder, see what that's looking like. I wanna do a top end on it. So we'll get that ripped apart and I'll check the bore and everything. Maybe send the cylinder off to go get plated or refurbished. We'll see what condition it's in. Mainly for the rest of it, I just want to clean it up. There's a lot of, like I said, missing bolts from some of the fairing or some of the plastics. I'm used to street bikes, so I said fairings. This is held on by a zip tie. I broke this the last time we were riding because I can't get a gloved hand in there to grab this actual support, so I ended up grabbing the just the plastics and ripping that out. Yeah, I think I'm going to change the grips, and I kind of want to get one of the Trail Tech systems here, just so I can have like some timing, some temperature, just some basic knowledge about what's going on with the bike. But that's a wish list item. So yeah, I think the first thing that we need to do is start just tearing in, pulling parts off, getting to what we need to get to, and yeah, let's take it away. Alright, so we get rid of some of these zip ties.
One hour later.
Like, yeah, let me start with something easy like pulling a zip tie out. Done with that. Oh, that one's missing. Nice. Ooh. Yeah, it hasn't been cleaned for a little while. Yeah, here's a little broken bit. I'll try and plastic weld this back on. If not, might look into another plastic kit. Oh, looks like a 10. Gone forever. This is definitely one of those times I wish I had a short little impact driver that I could pull these bolts off with, because my drill doesn't fit. There we go. Is that a 10 too? Come on. It's on there tight too. I swear this bike actually looks cooler without the plastics on. This thing would make a super sweet little bobber. Anyway, that's a different project for a different day. Got all the plastics off. Now I think what I'm going to focus on is getting the tank off, the air filter, the pipe, and possibly the carb. Just kind of want to clear out everything in here so I can get to the cylinder head. Then we'll put it up on stands and I'll drain the oil and all the fluids. Come on now. There we go. Yummy. I'm gonna cut this non-approved Listerine catch can out. It's not a Red Bull can, what the hell, man? It's plenty loose. There's a decent amount of coolant in this catch can. Guess it was doing its job. Yikes. We're probably pretty low then. Sure enough, it's pretty low. Kind of smells like Red Bull. Ooh, almost knocked the camera over there. Can you even see this right here? There we go. Those are definitely two different bolts. They might be intended to be though. There we go. That is a dirty exhaust. How many zip ties are on this thing? Thought that wire is attached, but I guess it just runs through that little channel. I've never run an hour meter, so okay. How do you reset these things? I'll figure it out later. Chase that cable back. I mean, this is a very tidy job with all the zip ties, I have to say. Just launch that zip tie across the garage. Put you out here. Alright, now I got a carb full of gas. Ooh. It's all kind of crusty too, so I'll be sure to clean this up while it's out. So before I thought we were gonna ride this for the 24-hour, I changed the oil after the 8-hour race, so it's basically brand new. A little bit of a waste of oil, but that's okay. The magnetic drain plug was pretty much clear. Now, if I'm right about my water-cooled two-stroke engines, this lowest point right here on the water pump should be the drain. If I'm wrong, we'll figure it out real quick. Let's see if this shoots across the garage. I mean, it's not very high, so I can't imagine it would. Well, that's not good. Well, the cap is on. Maybe that's... Let's see what happens when I release the cap. Uh-oh. Does this have any water in it? Oh my god. Now I'm scared. Hold on, let me get some purified water and pour through it. I meant distilled water, by the way. Well, maybe I was wrong about my two-stroke engines. Maybe that wasn't the water pump. Or the drain. I'll pull off this hose. That should get us what we need. Let's see if I can get this hose off. That thing doesn't want to come off at all. Oh. That was some nasty water in there. Nice and rust colored. That is some nasty water. Yeah, that doesn't look great. Nah. That's definitely not going to fit on those. Unless I take the fins off. Can I do that? The fins come? Yeah. Alright, fins coming off. Oh, there's only one bolt holding that on anyway. And a zip tie. There we go. Alright, and just like that, the bike is stripped down. And I've got enough space to come in here, pull the spark plug, and then pull the cylinder off. So that shouldn't be too bad. I drained it of all of its fluids, which are various shades of disgusting. We've got oil over here and coolant. So after seeing this coolant, probably going to end up needing to clean out the head for all the water jacket passages and the cylinder. Probably pull the pump off and make sure that's okay too, and then definitely flush the radiator. I poured some distilled water through the system to try and get it as clear as I could, but you know, I'm sure there's a whole bunch of gunk in there. Might replace a few of the hoses. We'll see, once I start digging into it. Yeah, so I think that's a great place to leave off for tonight. I know I'm super sweaty, it's hot as hell in here. Thanks for hanging out with me in the garage again, and be sure to check out our GoFundMe for the charity race down below. There's a ton of cool info in there, and I'll do periodic updates just to show you where we are, and you know, maybe show off our team members and all that stuff. But yeah, thanks for hanging out with me in the garage, and I'll see you on the next one.